Hello guys, and welcome back to Power and Revolution 2019 edition with our Chinese playthrough here. In the last episode, as you see, we went to war with Myanmar. We got our troops here while they were still cyber attacked, but we have only just kind of gotten in here. We haven't actually gotten into the head of state residence yet. I'm going to go ahead and unpause that. I learned that if I just split apart the units outside, then it's easier for them to split apart even further to get inside faster. Apparently that's a way to cheese the game that I wasn't already aware of. You learn something new every game, because you see, Power and Revolution is the first game in the series that has this whole city fight thing, so I wasn't yet aware of that. But lag. Okay, we're getting in there. Oh my good god, there's a lot of units in there. Jesus fucking Christ. Can I just start throwing grenades in there like oh shit, no I cannot. Alright, so we're not just gonna throw grenades in there willy-nilly. Alright, we got some fucking like lag. We're gonna try to just gather up fucking as many troops as I can right outside here, and we're just gonna have to fucking bum rush in and get slaughtered a couple times over, I guess, in order to kill all the units that are in there. See, when they're cyber attacked, it's like they lose communications and they don't move, but they can still fight back, which does keep a level of difficulty to it. Alright, here's a good amount of units. Let's take a step inside. Okay, why are we not like moving anywhere? Okay, probably stuck at the door. And okay, yeah, let's get in there. Alright, we got some attack orders. The attacking is starting. We have some fighting. It's really going to be a slog getting in here, you know? Especially considering we keep getting stuck at the doorway. What am I listening to? Go inside. Please. No, they're just being little dickheads. Alright, so let's try to just back up, I guess. Just back up, get a little far away from it, and then just try to bum rush now that we're in a line. I don't know why it's glitching out here. Come on, there we go. Alright, okay, we're getting some troops in there. Okay, well, they're all dead, but I think we did some damage. So what, we just have to like run away and then run back in repeatedly? Is that how this works? Only X amount of units getting in at any one time? I've never seen this happen before, of course. Well, no, I can't even say I've never had this many troops here. It's just I've never had so many infantry outside of a head of state bunker before. Usually I use commandos. This is going really strangely, I'll tell you that much. Alright, let's try this. What if I select the bunker itself? Maybe we'll just run in and ignore the troops, and that will allow us to get in there. Okay, it will, but of course that's not what we want to do. Alright, there we go. We're getting some fighting in. Come on. Come on. It's like they don't even register as attacking. This is some weird-ass kind of bug. Let me, go out of the battle and then go back into the battle, and maybe that'll help fix it. Let's see if our troops run in there. No, they're being all weird. One at a time, maybe? No, alright, so we just gotta keep running away and running back in. This is a weird cycle. I don't like this. This is a weird bug. I don't even know if this is a bug, actually. I can't even call it a bug because I just don't know what this is. Well, anyway, I guess I'll just repeat this over and over, and I guess I'll update you based on how it goes. Wow. Well, that's a lot of fighting this time. I've been making some progress, as you can see. Oh, actually, we may have overrun the entire bunker. Hang on. Oh, there's only like one unit left. Come on. We gotta keep moving. Why are we just hugging the walls now? Can we start working on the bunker? Alright, we can start working on the bunker. And sound effects are just being spammed. But for whatever reason, aside from this one dude working on the bunker, Nobody else can move. Therefore, we can't kill this guy right here. Okay, now we could start moving guys in to kill him. And we're mainly just getting killed. But hey, there we go. It finally unglitched itself. I don't even know. I've never seen whatever the hell just happened happen before. This has been quite the experience. But hey, man, we got into the head of state bunker. We're now capturing the bunker. Well, we got into the head of state building. We're capturing the bunker. We're constantly shipping troops in bit by bit. They're bound to come out of their cyber attacks sooner rather than later. Hopefully it's not too soon. But we occupy the building. I forgot to point out at the start of the episode also, we got rid of our current terrorist group. Of course, if we take Myanmar, we're guaranteed to get a terrorist group. If not from the government itself, then from their own terrorist groups. The Karen State Free Front. I think it's, Karen State right here is this little strip of land that is shaped really strangely. And right here is a Kokang Autonomous League, which is this. So that's why Myanmar has these very weird, like, state province setup things, because they're groups of people that want to be freed. My airstrikes this entire time have been continuing against the enemy troops that are outside. Oh, shit. The military cyber attack is done. Oh, shit. So all their troops outside are rushing towards my troops, and there will be some death and some combat. Let me get this this active here. They're already sending helicopters over here to start fighting my troops, as you can see. I've split them up, so hopefully not too many losses. Inside, it's a whole... Ooh, boy, it's a whole shebang. It's a whole shebang. We got so many troops charging at me, it's absolutely ridiculous. So long as we take the bunker, we should take the bunker before they get here. Man, grenades do amazing, amazing amounts of damage when you're fighting groups like this. Shit, dude, we have so many enemies coming here. Oh my god, no. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh shit, what the hell? And now some of their troops are coming in from outside or something?
Just taken the country's capital.
Oh, but we just took the capital. We just took the capital in the head of state bunker. So the fighting isn't done yet. The fighting isn't done yet. But momentarily here, they should give up. Emphasis on should. Alright, yeah, they had some infantry out here. Don't know what the hell, or how the hell they got there. There's a Thailand refugee camp. Our troops are moving into the capital. Oh shit, more and more. There's 35,000 troops of theirs are outside here now. It's like all the troops that were inside the capital have come outside the capital and started fighting. Our troops are just dogpiling into the capital. Okay. And now they look like they want to try to get back into the capital to fight us over it, which hopefully doesn't get in the way of my little shock and awe strategy here. They do have some planes, actually, that are coming to try to attack me. Let's try to intercept these planes. Oh, they were actually going back home, these planes. More fighters. Go attack their fighters. Thank you very much. And yeah, they are trying to get back in here. Woo! But, oh shit, it's too late. It's too late. I was really afraid that the moment they stepped into the capital, it would resume the fight, and then I would just insta-lose. Turns out that's not the case. So I held the Capitol building for long enough, and they have surrendered. That could have gotten real hairy real quick. Because if that didn't work, if that shock and awe tactic didn't work, then I would have had to go full-scale offensive against Myanmar, which I would have won. But, oh man, this was just better. This was better. I wonder what the final casualties for the war are. I'm not sure, but I'm sure tens of thousands died on each side. Well, it's official. The war is over. We shot their leader at dawn. Let's integrate the country. Perfect. And we got a meeting request with Laos. Alright, I'll meet with you. In a moment here, you're going to see all of this stuff become mine. Oh, and it's going to spam me about everything that I've taken. The total death toll on my side is a combined 14,443 civilian and military casualties. I feel like I lost more fighting Mongolia, quite frankly, because of the bad timing of the cyber attack and the fact that I didn't split up my units. But the enemy has surrendered. Myanmar's now mine. In a moment, mine. Here we go. Now you can see they are now part of China, and they're horrifically underdeveloped in many ways, but they're mine. If I go to the army, I go to the army right now, my troops have gone up because I've now taken their troops, and I believe if I go to like the capital, yeah, their troops are here. They're all rank 1 though. Strangely enough, it feels like my troops here were changed to rank 1 as well. I don't know. All I know is all their stuff seems to be rank 1. It's really nothing too great. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of soldiers. We got all their soldiers. They're all rank 1 though. It kind of sucks. But we are not going to actually keep this stuff. Look at how much shit they had. Look, anything that is not rank 3 was theirs. Several hundred tanks. So many missile launchers, even if they are crap. Holy crap. Some helicopters. The drones were mine. They had some fighter planes. Yeah. Some frigates. They had a navy. Interesting. Well, we're gonna dismantle. Can I dismantle? Can I not dismantle? Dismantlement. No. What the hell? Yeah, I just go to here to dismantle, right? Yeah, alright. So if I go here, theoretically, I should be able to dismantle, but I can't. And this is just a purchase. Alright, so strangely, for whatever reason, I cannot dismantle the ships that I got from them. Where are their ships? I didn't even realize that they had a naval base. Here they are. Yeah, well, apparently I got some ships from them, some cruisers, and I cannot dismantle them, so that's a shame. We did acquire all of their terrorist groups, so we're going to get infiltrating on that immediately to get that basically, fixed up. I was looking around and I found we have 3 air bases right here, all right next to each other. And I just kind of realized how stupidly unnecessary this is. So we can save a little bit of money here if I just start allocating everything from these other 2 into this one. There's no reason to have this many air bases right next to each other. This won't accomplish anything but spending money. And hey, this will make up for whatever money I spent building those, well, theoretically, building those 2 air bases in Australia. Dismantle. Alright, just 1. It costs money to dismantle them, and some manpower, and it takes some time. I can speed it up, but it just makes it more expensive, so it's fine. So let's just dismantle them slowly, because that should get rid of some amount of maintenance. I'm sure there's probably more instances like that around my land. There's a bunch of packed up air bases and, air bases where not present where they would otherwise be needed, but we'll deal with that whenever we get a chance to deal with that. We gotta rebuild some cities here. I forgot to do this when I went to war with Mongolia, I remember. Did I damage anything else? I was very careful about trying not to damage things. I don't even know how this city got damaged. Alright, so I may not be able to dismantle these frigates and cruisers, but I can dismantle all the other shitty stuff that I got from them. Because there's no reason to keep this stuff. It may or may not cost some maintenance. There's no way to track what individual equipment costs you maintenance. So I'm just going to dismantle anything that's older so that I don't have to maintenance it, if anything. Although your national defense gets upset about it. Like, how dare you dismantle all this crappy stuff we just got? And people view it as you demilitarizing for whatever reason. Which is fine, I guess. Alright, so I dismantled all the old stuff. So now I'm going to actually continue. I was making helicopters. I was ordering them by the 100s. I'm going to go ahead and add another order right here of not 100, but 150. That's a little over 2 bill. It's about 2 bill to get to our goal to getting about 2,000 of these things so that we can say we maintain the biggest helicopter force. So now that I boosted all of my work tab-related budget guidelines, my unemployment has been sharply decreasing. When I started this video up today, it was at 4%. It's almost at 3% now. This is Myanmar requesting the UN to step in against me. So of course I'm going to vote no to that. As you can see, otherwise we're doing pretty well. Our growth is pretty damn good for our current unemployment rating. Our inflation is amazingly low. I still have those oil and gas plants that I started building last episode that are building, over here. They have another 60 days to go. They're about halfway done. And end of conflict against China. Our armed forces are drawing back. Very good. Speaking of, I just saw something about a space program there. Let's get out of this laggy ass thing. Oh, every country in the world voted to intervene against me despite the UN giving me permission to attack Myanmar. I don't understand that. This has to be some sort of Power and Revolution exclusive bug, specifically as of the 2019 edition, because in the original Power and Revolution and all the other GPS games, this was impossible for people to vote against you for intervention when you had permission from the UN to do something. Even Russia voted yes. What the fuck? Russia must have liked Myanmar or something. But I saw something in the news that reminded me I need to check my space research. Phobos Probos. Azerbaijan wants to join in on the mission, so I'm just going to accept that and let the next round start up. And what does Laos want? An economic treaty. They would like to sell me some beef. I'm already buying beef from a couple countries. Not as much as I need. Not a crazy amount for varying prices. You have the capability of giving me a pretty damn good price if you are willing to negotiate. $12.50. That is if you are willing to negotiate. That's $12.45. That's the real test to see if they're willing or not. It's a very small, minuscule amount, but yeah, they're not willing to negotiate. But sure. Here's a coffee. What's our current arrangement here? What do we have? I don't have land access. Now I do. Thank you very much, Laos. Hell, you want to authorize a military base too? Yeah, you do? Nice. All right, what about a second one? No? All right, that's it? Cool. Well, thanks for the meeting, Laos. That was very, very handy. I was also looking around at maybe creating some transport. Transport is another thing that boosts economic growth in a number of ways. It's a little complex to try to explain without going too in depth. But one of the things I can do is try to create some cross-border stuff here. And I want to try that. You can't do highways. You could in the previous games. Now you can only do high-speed rails, which is weird. Because the game starts out with some places having roads going across country. So I don't know why you can't do that anymore. It's really weird that they got rid of that. Just like it's really weird that they got rid of multiplayer. Did you know this game had multiplayer? Well, the series did. This is the first game in the series, I think, that did not have multiplayer. But let's see about this. So if I want to build a high-speed rail network, overall project cost, we would have to pay 21% of it because most of it is in North Korea. Now this is only if they say yes. Not that expensive at all, but it could help us. So I'm going to send that over to them, and I'm curious if they're going to accept that to connect to this regional capital with this city, which is connected into our rail network. This would definitely help them if they accept it, and if they don't accept it, well, it doesn't really affect anything. They have a couple other places where we could try to link up. I could try to connect some of these other ones, but I'm not so sure how willing they would be to connect some of these. We'll figure it out based on this. We'll see if they're in the mood for that kind of thing. I'm also tempted to try to connect Hanoi to over here, but I really don't think Vietnam would do it because of the overall prices of doing it. But that doesn't mean I can't try. Just a direct connection. Ooh, it's about 3.3 bill. That's not so bad for me. I'd be paying for about half of it. I'm going to send that over to Vietnam. And let's see if they accept it or not. It'll give both of us a boost if they do. But they are actually in debt. They have a deficit. North Korea doesn't have a deficit. They may be in debt. Yeah, they are in debt, but they don't have a deficit. So I just want to kind of feel out if they're willing to do stuff like this or not. Okay, so weird random update. All the soldiers in Myanmar are now max rank. So it's good to see that the infantry just kind of adjust to what they are in your country. So that's good. Too heavy financially for the budget of the country. Okay, so they need to fix their debt. They're not going to accept it. Probably the same thing for Vietnam. They don't have enough money. Also, these are very small countries. I just proposed a project that is pretty big compared to the GDP of their countries. Actually, I lied. Vietnam's a pretty populated country. I don't know what they're bitching about. They just don't have a surplus. They're running on a deficit. But North Korea is not a very GDP heavy country, nor a very populated country. So I guess I should have expected that. We got all sorts of stuff here. Just space program updates. Sad findings. Our people aren't happy. I don't care. Our unemployment has actually now crossed under 3%. Now, in the game, I don't think that it has the real life effect of affecting the wages people get paid. It may, and if it does, then that would mean, is there any easy way to track the GDP per capita? I don't think so. I guess you would just see a bigger growth spike and inflation spike if you were looking for it. But in real life, if unemployment got really, really low, then something you would see happen is you would start to see the GDP per capita and inflation and maybe even growth in general start to spike. Maybe not the growth, but the inflation and the GDP per capita would start to spike because people would have to be paid more because there's not as many people to do the jobs. However, if they haven't changed anything from rulers of nations, I don't think that they actually simulate this in the game. I think all it affects is the available manpower if, say, you try to create more units in your army, or if you try to make any big construction projects. And apparently there's not enough space in the secondary school system. Again, I don't know how this could be. I keep making schools. We're up thousands from where we were. So what are we looking at right now? So let me just, I guess, throw in another 13, or I was 113. Yeah, there you go. Let's build 113 secondary schools. Maybe China just had a big shortage of them in general. It looks like one of our space missions has gone through. Yes, the space habitation module mission has finished, I guess. Yes. It's achieved success. It's a preliminary step towards the goals of Tiangong 3 program. Okay, so that's, yeah, I remember it was needed for something. The Tiangong 3 program. Where is that now? Some of these are... This is ordered kind of weirdly. Tiangong 3. Here we go. This is the construction of a space station. And we have to perform the space habitation module program 3 times in order to do this. Yeah, I guess so. So we're gonna move this just way the fuck up in the year, I guess, because we're not ready to do this yet, and it's not like it's set to be crazy far away. So we're gonna need to start another space habitation module program basically immediately if we want to keep doing this. Now, how does this work? Space habitation module. Is that something on Earth? Yes, it is. Space Hab 2, because that is an original name. So we're going to put 2750. So that's 2.7.5 billion US dollars. It will become higher by the end of it due to the way that the money conversion works. And we're just going to immediately start this. Apparently we've done it twice. Apparently we have done it twice. So this should be the final time we have to do it then. So we go, what's this looking like? Pakistan wants to join this one. All right, I will accept you as a partner. If we look at Space Hab Mod 2 then, it looks like the other one is really going to have to be pushed back a while. It's really going to have to be pushed back like a couple years. At the very least to like the end of this year. So we're gonna just put it in 2025 and say fuck it. And I'm just gonna toss it like around the middle of 2025 because I don't actually know how this is gonna go. I don't know how soon I'll be able to get this done, or well, the other one done. Now that Myanmar is gone, I have 20 agents that I can distribute, and I want to get the number of my agents in countries up to 20 all around, just because they tend to work faster that way. So in no particular order, I'm just kind of picking at random. Just throwing 5 into the ones that have 15, I guess. I guess I'll throw another 5 into Indonesia, I suppose. Indonesia, I have cyber attacks ready against for when I want to invade, because I do have UN permission. Not sure what that's worth with the way this game has been behaving, but Indonesia would be quite the catch, and theoretically nobody should really get too mad at me for taking it. Of course, it would be kind of difficult to snipe, just given that it's an island nation, meaning I'd have to undock, but I could base an attack out of here. I don't know how that would go, really. I just want to point out this fun statistic I found. So, as you see, the number of unsanitary homes per 100 inhabitants for me is pretty high. It's at 33. It's actually lower than the base game, or the start of the game, even though I have not fixed up any houses at all, any dilapidated houses at all. Which, again, I never fully understood this screen, whether this is public housing or if it's supposed to be all my housing in general. I think it's public housing, but I'm not even sure what public housing means. That being said, you look at some other countries and they have 0, 0, 0, like 0. The world average is so low. Now, it doesn't start out like this. Most countries start something like me, and I've just realized a lot of countries, what they've done actually is prioritize getting rid of their unsanitary housing as like one of their main efforts. Almost every country in the game seems to have done this, which I find surprising because in like Rulers of Nations and Masters of the World, it felt like only the player ever really did anything about these. But the AI in this game goes really, really hard into getting rid of their unsanitary housing. I think this might reduce homeless people if you do it, because like I think this is like public housing. I think you're giving them a place to live for like maybe really cheap rent or no rent at all. So I looked it up, and apparently public housing is, and I'm reading literally the exact thing, a form of housing tenure in which the property is usually owned by a government authority, either central or local. That doesn't seem to mean anything, so I'm going to assume instead what they're talking about when they say public housing in this game is social housing. And social housing apparently is any rental housing that may be owned and managed by the state, by non-profit organizations, or by a combination of the two, usually with the aim of providing affordable housing. Social housing is generally rationed through some form of means testing or through administrative measures of housing need. One can regard social housing as a potential remedy for housing inequality. So I guess if it is that, then it's just, it's a way to get houses for poorer folks. And our unemployment's continuing to go down and our growth is actually going up. Even though I don't think I've done very much to make it go up. And literally just like right immediately on cue, we are having a cold spell. So that's amazing. It's almost January, so we are about to pass into 2022. And that also means another quarter is going to pass. And we're going to see how these economic stats calculate going into the next year before I start making any new radical policy changes. So they're telling me they need like $5 billion for the cold spell, for which apparently, or is it 71 of my citizens died? I don't know if that is the correct amount. No, it's not. They need a little bit. I don't know why they never just tell the truth on that. I could give you the correct amount if you just tell me the truth. But okay, now we've given them everything they need, so it should be over and done with shortly. It should be good. There's like a hurricane or something stuck on my screen, and like anywhere I click. This became a bug in the Brazil playthrough too, so I'm not surprised to see it now. Everyone has been compensated. That's good. Budget deficit for 1 year forecast is showing, even though our budget excess is like way up there. Don't know what that's about. Okay guys, we have crossed over into 2022. We've finally hit a new year. All of our economic and etc. information has been updated for the new year. New projections are starting to roll in. And I think we got a nice full episode here. We conquered Myanmar, and that took a little bit longer than I expected. It was the weird bugginess with entering the building made it kind of confusing. And now we're ready to kind of go in and tackle the next year. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.